Today we are cleaning up the floor and we're going to put our plywood down.
Before we put the plywood down, we're going to need to put down, looks like a little more of that tar flashing tape.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Window flashing. It's like kind of a tar tape kind of stuff.
Make sure all these holes are covered.
What we did in the good news bus is we put down a 1/2 inch foam, like a construction foam, the pink stuff. It's an R3 value. But on this, I'm going to take my chances and just put plywood down, and because I'm planning on spraying the whole underneath of the bus. So hopefully I can get enough R value under the bus to where we won't need to have the foam down on the floor in here. So that's what we're doing. Where's my saw?
I would say your saw is most likely on the other side.
The other side? Let's go to the other side.
I know how to do it.
All right, so I'm really starting to like the DeWalt 60 volt max stuff. Now this came with my table saw, but this is a flex volt system, so you can actually use it on all your 20 volt max tools, which is really nice. And what I find is, one, it lasts much longer than a regular 20 volt max battery does. And the other thing I noticed is it actually provides more power. It's not providing more than the 20 volt max, but it actually, I think it's because it's got more to it. It can sustain that 20 volt power better than a regular battery can. So I'm noticing, like for example, when I'm angle grinding, this lasts much longer and it's actually much more powerful. The same thing I'm about to try with my saw.
Oh yeah, you come up 46, yeah.
22 3/4, sir. See, I'm going by my awesome cut here.
46.
46. Wait, 22 and a half?
Daddy.
Oh, really?
Daddy.
Yes. What's it seem? Be able to get, oh, we're gonna have to lift that stand up. Okay, I gotta lift this up. Okay, pull. 87. On your right side, it's gonna be 23 and a half. 42, 24, 42, 24. So what we're having to do here is there's a rib that kind of comes, that's lifted up, that comes along here, so that this plywood will lay flat around that. We're having a notch around where that rib is. So now we can screw it down. so what we're using to screw this plywood down is these screws here. They're a self-tapping metal screw that are designed to go through plywood and into metal. So they work great. So you just, you know, lay your plywood down and screw your screws in. Yes.
How many burritos were you wanting?
At least 2.
Okay.
You got a copy?
I can. Are you coming?
Yeah, how much time?
What? They're done. They're like on the table.
So Arwen, it has kind of stepped up and is doing all the cooking. When Julie and I are out here and we're working on the bus, Arwen is making meals and does an amazing job. We've got 3 sheets down. I still have to screw this one down. It's going down very easily. We have in here the AC unit that came in the bus. We're trying to still find out if we want to try to make that work in here or not. And it would be just, I don't know, honestly, I don't know when we would use it. Mainly because it would use a lot of, it runs off the engine, so it would eat into the gas mileage and stuff. So we're still contemplating that. So right now we're just leaving that here. And then as far as the heaters go, we're gonna try to find a way to utilize at least one of these, and then of course the dash heat. We might end up actually running our coolant lines back down under the bus and then back up to get to the front, and maybe punch one of these heaters in actually under the bays, so it could actually almost be like a flush mount kind of a thing. But we will see. It's going really good.